What's up, guys? It's me, G8, and I'm so excited that you're here. Today, I wanted to talk about Nathan Chen. Something that you do not know about me is that I love figure skating. I always loved ice skating. I love hockey. I used to ice skate when I was younger. At a young age, I think I started ice skating when I was possibly 5, 6 years old.
Here's a video of me ice skating in New York City. I had so much fun.
This topic involves Nathan Chen's comment that he uploaded on Twitter. So if you don't know who Nathan Chen is an American figure skater. He is a 3-time world champion, 2018 Olympic bronze medalist, and a 5-time US national champion. So he knows how to ice skate. Let's just say that. Nathan Chen apologized this week for his comment where he discussed his frustrations dealing with stereotypes as a straight male athlete in a fairly homosexual dominated sport or LGBTQ dominated sport. He was explaining how he did an interview and someone asked him why doesn't he play hockey, because of the connotation that figure ice skating is quote unquote feminine and hockey is masculine. And then he gave an ignorant response. But I don't really, know the response that he gave. It's been taken down on Twitter and on his or her whoever podcast he was on, they took it down. But he apologized. He really didn't say anything negative about the LGBT community. He just said that the sport being more something about homosexual dominated sport, and from a traditional point of view, yes, it's like a stereotype, right? But now it's 2022, things are changing, and I would see why he apologized for his words, and that's it. It doesn't have to be something big. Even though there are stereotypes that are attached to certain sports, time is changing, and I really think that there really isn't an attachment of an identity to a sport. If you like a sport, you can play the sport. So, when people think of figure skating, obviously they think of it as being a feminine sport. One thing that I really liked about Nathan Chen's comment or apology about his comment was that he said skating is an art form as much as it is a sport. He said that the beauty in that is that there's room for self-expression. And that's awesome to hear him say that in the video. I think that was the message. That was definitely what he had to say, and he said it, and he apologized for it, and that takes a lot of integrity. And I'm glad that this has been something that he had courage to do, and to come out and say, you know what, I apologize that I said that. I shouldn't have said that. He and so many other people are trying to change the perception of sports, especially figure skating. And they're going against the grain. They're going against what people are, saying about figure skating, and I think that's great. I wanted to make a video about this because this definitely deals with so much of this issue with stereotyping, and we need to grow from that. It starts with people like Nathan Chen, who make a video about this on his platform, and he basically puts an awareness out there, and so many people have put awareness or made it public about these type of topics, but it doesn't go as far as your platform does. This is extremely important, especially with stereotyping. Even though things in the past or traditionally might make sense based off what we see. You do not judge a book by its cover. And sports should be fun. Sports should be something that allows you to, be yourself, be creative, compete with your friends, like chill, have fun. It doesn't have to be something that is attached to a gender. But so I'm backing up the LGBTQ community. I'm backing up Nathan Chen and all the figure skaters out there that are standing for their point of view and standing up for just equality. And I totally represent being fair to everyone, no matter what background you are. But I was reading an article, Outsports, by Jim Buzinski, and he wrote an article about Nathan Chen, and I read the article. But then he started going on the opposite. Obviously, articles have agendas, right? Articles are trying to, some articles are genuine, some articles are trying to pull eyes and ears so that they can be more publicity and more people can click on the website. I get that. But something that I do not like, and I'm growing, so please don't attack me, but even if you attack me, I would like to hear your opinion and why you think this is okay. So Jim made a comment. He wrote the article, and this is what he said. I'm gonna read it. Unlike some others, I found Chen's apology a step in the right direction, but he now needs to do more. He can start by reaching out to LGBTQ skaters and listening to their stories. And then he can follow up by being a strong public voice for inclusion in the sport that has kept LGBTQ skaters in the closet. Stop telling people you're straight right off the bat. If he just figures his apology is enough, what he said will ultimately be meaningless. What? So the reason why I don't like this is because why is Jim saying now he needs to do more? Who are you to tell somebody else to do more? We all learn and we all make mistakes, and we all have to be careful with the words that come out of our mouth, especially if you're on TV and you have to be careful to not offend 7 billion people in the world. So the fact that he came out on his Twitter and apologized, Chen can do whatever he wants. But now, what I don't like is how Jim is saying he needs to do more for the LGBTQ community. No, he doesn't have to do more if he doesn't want to. If he wants to, that's even more genuine than you telling him that he needs to. Let's continue. He can start by reaching out to LGBTQ skaters and listening to their stories. Let the skaters come out and tell their own stories. He doesn't have to be a reporter. And then he can follow up by being a strong public voice for inclusion in a sport that has kept LGBTQ skaters in the closet. If these skaters are still in the closet, that means that they want to be in the closet. If they wanted to get out, even if their careers might be taken into effect, these skaters will remain in the closet even if they get kicked out. Like, I hate when people tell other people that they need to do something. That doesn't, no. How about you, Jim? How about you interview these skaters, since you want other people to do that? Or since you want Chen to do that because he made a mistake? So that makes you white? No. If these skaters are still in the closet because of this stigma, because they think that they need to stand up for their identity and because of who they are, not somebody else has to do the work for them. But Jim, I don't know where you were coming at that. He finished his article with that paragraph. So basically he's against what Chen said, but that's beside the fact that I wanted to make for this video. Nathan Chen is an amazing ice skater. He knows what he's doing. He definitely has grasped the technique and the art form of ice skating, and he's been ice skating since he was, little, and I can tell he really enjoys it. And him, Adam Rippon, they're great people. I think we tend to judge other people by their words, and we have to remember that we're all growing. We're all learning how to live with one another. We're all learning how to forgive one another. That was amazing what he did, and I might put the link below of his video on the description, because that's amazing. Time is changing and I wanted to put a light on this. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.